Right now in Florence, police have just located a truck connected to an attempted child abduction over the weekend. The landscape of southwest downtown Colorado Springs could be changing. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Ferrara. Right now, the Peak 2 fire is burning in the Miners Creek drainage between Frisco and Breckenridge, just 2 miles north of the Breckenridge ski area. In dense pine trees, some of them dead after bark beetle infestation. The Peak 7 neighborhood has been evacuated, and Gold Hill, Silver Shekel, the town of Breckenridge, and Farmers Corner are all on pre-evacuation notice. So far, at least 85 acres have burned, but it is now 7% contained. We begin with breaking news. Right now, Springs police are investigating a shooting on the northeast side of town. This is all taking place on the 6,000 block of Fossil Drive. Now, that's near Powers and Templeton Gap. Right now, wait times for medical appointments at veterans facilities in eastern Colorado and the Denver area are among the worst in the nation. That's according to numbers for the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. The average wait time for a primary care appointment at the Denver VA Medical Center has grown to more than 18 days as of July 1st. Now, that is 4 times the national average. Beware the cone zones this weekend. Starting on Saturday, crews are going to be reconfiguring the traffic patterns on Centennial Boulevard and complete phase 2 of the project. They hope to have the project complete by Saturday evening as they close down the southbound side of the road and funnel traffic to the northbound side. And I'm Lauren Ferrara. First tonight at 9, after water issues plagued Fountain and surrounding areas for nearly 2 years, the Air Force admits chemicals they use in training may have contributed to the contamination of drinking water.
The Air Force said in an effort to remain transparent, they wanted to release the findings to the community and let them know what they found out.
Fox 21's Carly Moore joins us now to explain what people who live in this area are saying. Carly, what can you tell us? We now know the 2 teenagers found dead on the side of the road back in March were shot execution style. Right now, cleanup is underway at the Vista View apartment homes in Colorado Springs. More than 24 windows at the complex were shot out with a BB gun, totaling more than $30,000 in damage.
A 12-year-old girl from Highlands Ranch has died following a water skiing accident in New Hampshire.
According to the New Hampshire Marine Patrol, Zoe Anderson fell while water skiing. Her father, Sherwood Anderson, drove the towing boat back towards her, but was distracted when his hat blew off his head.
He placed the boat in neutral as it passed over on top of her. She suffered serious injuries to her torso and was immediately brought to shore but could not be revived.
Sherwood's wife and another daughter were also on board the boat.
Authorities are saying the drugs and alcohol did not play a role in this incident and no charges are expected.
A chase, a shooting, all comes to an end with the arrest of a homicide suspect and 5 officers injured. Today, La Plata authorities spoke regarding the long-awaited arrest of Mark Redwine in connection to the disappearance and death of his son Dylan. Despite viral videos and controversial headlines, United Airlines is actually showing increasing profits. The airline released its second quarter financials this week, and both profits and revenue are up. Back in April, a passenger suffered serious injuries after being dragged off an overbooked flight. United issued several apologies, and top executives were called to testify before Congress. Says another neighbor told him a bear has been going through his trash the past few nights and think it might be the same bear. I think he just wanted to pray.
Right.
Yeah.
But now he has to go to confession. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, he did a bad thing.
Right. I completely agree 100%. I got some big bears to talk about too.
Yeah, I thought you had some confessions that you wanted.
I also have a couple of those as well.
We're not really qualified to listen to them,
Right.
but we will anyway.
We'll bypass those and we'll go straight to Broncos because that's always positive.
That includes a simulation of a suicide bombing in a Jerusalem marketplace and a knife attack. Naturally, the camp has been condemned by the mayor of a nearby Palestinian town. Now, to join in on the fun, it costs $115 for adults and $85 for children. Some wholesome family fun, Scott.
I can't believe it's already here.
I know. To me, football season's here. Let's go.
See, it makes me feel like the summer is winding down, and that kind of makes me sad.
That is also true. You're not wrong. That's true.
I rarely am. It kind of makes sense because I'm not a donut person, and I do love their coffee.
Their coffee's good.
But I'd never think to go there because it's Dunkin' Donuts.
Right. But I think that plan has some holes in it. Really do.
Yeah.
Favorite Blizzard flavor?
You know what? I was just, because you guys were all talking about turning them upside down, and I didn't know what anybody was talking about.
I don't
think I've had enough Blizzards in my life. So, I mean, I would probably get some kind of Oreo cookie sort of thing.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm thinking Heath Bar. I love it all. I mean, you name it.
All right.
Yeah.
Upside down or right side up?
Upside down. Well, they have to serve it to you upside down. It's thick enough.
How did I never notice this?
So your body just feels relaxed when you're in there.
And you're not a fan of it.
Not a fan. I mean, it sounds great in theory. I tried it out because my sister, everybody said it was the greatest thing ever.
While you were pregnant.
I did, yeah. So I wanted to float around, feel light, and I felt claustrophobic in that little
Right.
room, and I was
It
so
looked like it.
terrified of like flipping over, of falling asleep,
Sure.
and flipping over and drowning.
Yeah.
You could stay in there for about an hour, and I made it for about 14 minutes, and I was like, no, I'm done. No more.
Okay.
Not my cup of tea, but Ian, our director,
He loved it.
he loves it. So
Yeah, good for.
to each his own.
Exactly.
I don't know why we would have to go to this extreme.
Would you do it?
No, thank you. You wouldn't either, would you?
I always lose my keys, you know.
Make life a little easier.
Nobody will let me in. Let me in. Gotta
Then
get
we
the
could
chip.
track you, and if you wind up at the pound, we can come get you.
Yes. Thank you.
Growing up rodeoing, I mean, everybody that been rodeoing, they want to come ride here, where all the cowboys want to come ride.
Well, here's somebody new, and he sure ain't no rodeo man. Rodeo spectator.
Well,
is true.
Montana days,
Thought
you've
you'd
seen
like
your
that.
share of that's
I was always much better at swinging the gates or attempting to announce. I'm a drugstore cowboy.
That does look like fun, though.
It really does. But you were talking about your uncle did that.
Yeah, he was a bull rider back in the day, and he still has the scars from it and the pain
poor
and all
guy.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
it's-
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's a tough sport. You
Yeah.
got to be a tough person.
Yeah, mutton busting was enough for me.
By the way, if you didn't see it, Michael lost. Nobody was eating.
That's what I was saying. I thought maybe Michael was eating.
Kind of a bummer. I mean, not that anybody wanted him to be eaten,
That
but you
wasn't-
wanted him to race a real shark.
But was it?
Did
What was
you
in that?
Yes, I wanted them to
didn't.
have their own little lanes.
know what,
They
he's-
could have some glass or something.
And I'm sure he'd play
cage.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
So,
that he would play by nature's
I was
rules.
expecting so much more.
I'm sorry you were let down. I'll
Yeah, I
talk to
was.
them now about next
Do
year's
that.
Shark Week. I'll get on it.
Yeah.
All right, I've got sports coming up next, so you don't want to miss that. No sharks, though, so I hope you're not disappointed.
And no
We
empty promises.
But no empty promises here. That's next.
Well, you know what was funny? I was talking to somebody today, and they were saying, "Gosh, I just wish I could get some rain." And I thought he was joking, but
Come on.
it has actually like skipped some neighborhoods, so some people are missing it.
That is the biggest challenge, and even these real high-tech power balls, they do pretty good, but they're defenseless around some of these situations with the tropical moisture, and then just a little bit of the terrain will make or break you.
Well, this poor guy was still using his sprinklers right about now. I brought my little muffin there.
There you go. There she is.
Well, we actually went with a hedgehog, and then she took somebody else's bear. But we left it. Hopefully it found its
Just
home.
like her mother.
So cute.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 5. You know, there's
Indeed.
plenty of little breaks from it, so you just have to take
Exactly.
advantage of them when they present themselves.
Exactly, and it looks to be that way again tomorrow morning for you.
Nice.
All the
Works
more
out
reason.
great for our
Yeah.
shift.
Oh, it totally does.
It really does. Yes.
Nicely done,
Yes,
Jeff.
indeed. You got it.
Well, those gray skies really confused my daughter. At about noon, she started saying, "Night, night, night, night."
It really felt like
Yeah.
it. You're like,
Wait a
What
second.
that was the idea.
Yeah, so
we-
she took an early nap, and it was great.
That was the idea.
60s. It's going to feel like winter almost there because it's going to be so cool.
It's really how quickly things change. I mean, earlier today, I was at the pool with my daughter.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
yeah. Very crazy.
By the way, no pool right now, guys.
Yeah,
There's
no.
lightning outside.
I wasn't encouraging it. I was just saying earlier when it was nice.
Lauren, come
outside. I know, I'm a bad example.
Okay.
This is Fox 21 Local News right now at 6:30 p.m.
Right now at 6:30, a busy Springs building evacuated. Why the police bomb squad was called in. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Fox 21 Local News right now at 6:30. I'm Lauren Ferrara.
And I'm Scott Kilberry.
We continue to follow breaking news. Around 2:45 this afternoon, CSPD got a call about a potential explosive device at the DMV off of North Union.
Fox 21's Samantha Marks is on the scene. She joins us now with new details about this device. And Samantha, what can you tell us?
Gosh, scary day at the DMV. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Sam. Glad everybody's okay. And right now, Colorado Springs police are still on the scene of a serious motorcycle crash. This happened around 4 o'clock at the intersection of Austin Bluffs and Meadowland, just west of Academy. Police say a truck was stopped in an intersection while waiting to turn left. The light turned yellow, and a motorcycle coming in the opposite direction hit the truck.
That motorcyclist was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Right now, the roads are back open.
Right now, 3 people are dead after an accident at Galley and Babcock Road around 9:30 last night.
That's right. According to police, a Honda van and a Jeep hit the head-on. The 73-year-old driver of the Honda, a 31-year-old passenger in the Jeep, both died at the scene.
Meanwhile, the 76-year-old passenger in the Honda was taken to the hospital where he passed away. Right now, the driver of the Jeep is in serious but stable condition. Alcohol is not suspected as a contributing factor in the crash. No one has been charged, but police are still investigating. And new tonight, a traffic stop in Pueblo leads to the arrest of 2 people. This is 38-year-old Michael Dupruski and 37-year-old Jennifer Bosson. According to the Pueblo police, they pulled the pair over near Palmer and Mesa just before 12:30 this morning. They already had active warrants for their arrest, but during this stop, police also discovered marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and methamphetamine with a total street value of just over $43,000. A Colorado man who shot a 14-year-old boy over a missing cell phone has been sentenced to life in prison. 33-year-old Ricardo Curvin was convicted of first-degree murder for the July 2015 death of Desmond Smith. Prosecutors say Curvin's 18-year-old nephew asked him for help retrieving a phone that he said had been stolen. The nephew drove Curvin to a park, and Curvin reached through a car window with a .40 caliber pistol and fired several rounds at 3 teens. Smith was shot in the back.
A ride similar to the one that broke apart at a Ohio State Fair has been removed from a county fair in suburban Denver.
The director of Arapahoe County Open Spaces says the freak-out ride was dismantled early today.
Now, it was done out of caution and respect for the victims in Ohio. The ride had passed a state inspection.
The director also says in-depth safety checks will be done on the remaining rides at the county fair every single day. Normally, these are done once a month. Today, local Girl Scout troops hand-delivered dozens of recover bags to bring a smile to cancer patients.
Yeah, that's right. The girls came up with the idea after one of the scouts' mothers was diagnosed with breast cancer herself. The troop went around and collected donations to fill the bags.
Now, along with using their own money, Dutch Brothers and Trader Joe's also donated the bags and the coffee mugs. The girls say they just want to make a difference and help brighten the day of someone going through such a tough time.
To make sure that they knew that we're thinking of them during this hard time, and they always have people who are there in their community who are there to help them, and that they will have people behind them through this healing process.
The girls made 50 bags that can be passed out to patients when they come in for surgery. The Recovery Bag Project helped the girls actually complete their Silver Service Award, which is the highest award they can earn as Cadet Girl Scouts.
What a great project. That is so thoughtful.
Very thoughtful. Wow.
Well, Colorado will soon be celebrating its statehood, and everyone's invited, even you, Scott.
Even me. Well, the gift the state is offering to all to join in on the fun.
Also, Jeff will let us know if your weekend is a washout and when we could finally expect some sunshine. Hey, right now we are getting a live look at a rally in Colorado Springs protesting President Trump's apparent plan to bar transgender people from serving in the military. Now, this is happening right outside City Hall there.
You can see there's quite a few people, dozens in fact, as the rally was organized by Unite Colorado Springs, an organization working to unite, invigorate, and empower its members to effect positive change in the community.
Well, take a look. We actually had a story last night about that piece of art. See the wood sculpture right there? So I love that it's there, because the interesting thing about it, there are 2 benches side by side. Samantha was telling us this yesterday, and basically the idea the artist had behind it was you can have different opinions,
right,
and you can still have a civil conversation.
Yeah, encouraging a conversation, and it doesn't seem to inhibit the rally right now.
Yeah,
dozens are out there, and hopefully they brought some umbrellas, Jeff, because you're talking about rain in the very near future.
Michael, I thought you would never say those words.
Yeah,
it'll take a while. Don't expect it overnight.
It's been a spin cycle right now. We've been stuck on wet for quite a while.
Yes, the what is it? The power wash cycle.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's right.
Couldn't remember.
Rinsing off.
Yes.
Thanks, Jeff.
Sure.
Well, more trouble with the law for one major bank.
What Wells Fargo did to some of its customers and what they're being ordered to do now. Well, hey, guess what? Colorado Day coming up, and to celebrate, Colorado Parks and Wildlife wants everyone to enjoy their parks for free. It was created by the state legislature to mark the anniversary of statehood, granted in 1876 by President Ulysses S. Grant. Colorado Day will be celebrated on Monday, August 7th, and you and your family can enjoy free entrance at all 41 state parks. Although the state celebrates its 141st birthday on August 1st, state parks will only offer free entrance on the 7th. Right now, Wells Fargo is trying to fix its battered reputation, and the latest scandal won't help. The company says it's extremely sorry for charging as many as 570,000 customers for car insurance they didn't need. An internal review by the bank found about 20,000 customers may have defaulted on their car loans and lost their vehicles because of the unnecessary costs. Wells Fargo promised to pay $64 million in cash refunds to customers, as well as $16 million in account adjustments. Now, that amounts to about $140 for each of the 570,000 customers impacted. In search of monsters.
That's right, how one officer was able to comfort a little girl as she struggled to settle into her new home.
Right now, a Colorado girl is worried about something that many kids know about, but home inspectors, they don't necessarily check for.
Yeah, Ashley Michael shows us how she did what any responsible homeowner would do. She called in a professional, a local police officer, for a second opinion.
Oh, and she's going to punch them all in the face.
Right, I heard that.
Oh, she is too cute.
That is great. Good thing she didn't see the neighbor's big dog.
Yeah, he's in danger. Hey, what does the rest of the week look like?
We're going to tell you after the break.
So you may have heard about this yesterday. You're going to get a kick out of this. Senator John McCain, he joked about Senator Lindsey Graham receiving a call on his flip phone. Well, Graham added that Senator Chuck Schumer also has a flip phone.
He wasn't kidding. Today, Schumer's press conference also interrupted when he received a call, and he really does have a flip phone.
They
there
still
it is.
exist, guys. Check that out.
Yes, and there you have it.
Yeah. I was at the coffee shop this morning, and the owner flipped out his. I was like, are these coming back? What's happening?
My kids are asking,
know they
where's the
still
old flip
sold
phone?
those.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's like it
Gotta
might be,
dig in that the junk drawer. You might still have one somewhere.
it might be worth something.
Yeah. We've heard that before a lot.
That's right. You
Thanks
know
so much
the
for joining
routine.
us.
Master Chef is coming up next. See you back here at 9.